Is another thing that we've been talking about is relationships. So making sure you keep good relationships. The guy that you're dating, of course, you know, make him a priority, but also don't forget about your regular friends, which she found a great balance. I remember you were saying that you weren't going to skip your brunch for Joel when you first started and stuff. So, but then finding a balance. And then Thanksgiving was I may come, but I have something with Joel first. So, you know, making sure you find a balance and don't just forget, because those relationships are really important. And when fun and great things happen, you want to be able to go back to these good relationships and celebrate with these people. In the past episodes, some of the people had lost some of their friends, and they did get this good opportunity, and it's lonely when you don't have those people to call at that time.
Yeah, and celebrate good things with.
Exactly. And then some of the dancers and stuff, I've seen some just forget about their old friends once they start booking.
I would feel awful. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm not the perfect friend. There are definitely times when I've said things to people to piss them off, not intentionally, but, you know, you people just see things differently sometimes. You know, you're gonna disagree. So I'm not a perfect friend, but I would never. That's something that I always like is in my mind, is I don't ever want to forget about people who were there for me before, or who were like that. That just doesn't compute to me. Like, just because I've added Joel, why would I get rid of the people who were there before him? Right. Now, there's a difference between you just have people around you, like, at a surface level. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, naturally, when you meet someone else who you're connecting with in a more significant way, those surface people are going to fall off. That makes sense to me. But if you have, like, true, genuine friendships, just bring them all together with your with the additional with the new relationships that you're making. Now, obviously, you get married to someone, you have to invest in your marriage. So you may not spend as much time with these people, as much physical time with, you know, your other friends. But I mean, social media has its pros and cons. But I'm glad for it because you can keep connections with people that way. We text more. We send silly, mindless jokes, laugh with each other. We don't see each other as often, but I mean, I think we all know that, you know, we could still reach out for anything, for any reason. So. And
then, like, Joel has taken on some new friends, and he's like, oh, Lord, with Leah comes the group, but he loves us on the low. He really loves us.
Joel has been to black church before, which is, bless him, because I think the first time he went to church was Easter, and he was like, this is long.
Yeah, that's an adjustment if you're not used to it.
He was like, I've never seen this liturgical dance before, if that's what y'all call it. Do I have to take this communion? No, you don't. Yeah.
I think I may have been there at that one, but
I think you were.
Yeah.
But he's been to church a few times since then. So.
But that's awesome that you guys can both also open up to different cultures and religions. Because he's Jewish, and
he's Jewish,
but they're so open, and they both visit each other's cultures. So, you know, don't limit somebody because they're not the same as you.
I got that question. You know, well, how's that going to work? You're Christian, and he's Jewish. Yeah, there's like a fundamental difference there, right? But I think what was important and what made me happy was just that we respect each other's differences in religion. But at the end of the day, like, you want someone to be a good person with, you know, love in their heart, and for them to behave that way in all that they do. So if they don't associate that with Jesus, okay, that's all right. Yeah. But you still exemplify, like, those characteristics. That's okay. Like, that's what I want.
Because you want to see the actions more than just people that know the Bible and do the you know,
exactly,
the religious practices and everything. So
he is not the person that's like, well, I don't want you, you know, exposing our children to Jesus. Yeah. You know, and even though he's been to church, and there's been some things that he's seen at black churches, it's not something that he grew up around, but it's not something that makes him, you know, shy away from us exposing our kids to it and including our kids in, you know, in Christianity. So Ian has been to church several times. He just says that the music in the grown-up church is too loud, and he wants to go to the children.
They'd be like, oh man, like
he says, your music is too loud. Where's the children's church? And this is I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I'll say, how was children's church?
Uh-oh.
Good. We learned about this dude, this guy. Y'all know he says that? He's talking about Jesus. And he calls Jesus this dude. I'm like, okay.
Oh, man.
All right. You know, and then he'll proceed to tell me whatever story, you know, that they learned, whatever lesson that he took out of that. But Jesus is this dude to I am.
Oh, but he learns.
Yes, he knows the
I love
principle.
him.
I don't care what he calls him at this point. So.
Yeah, that's, I'm fascinated by how you guys like really balance everything, and you guys are so open to expose your kids to both sides.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful parenting to me.
Yeah.
I know that I know it's never like perfect, but to me it's like as close as you can get because you guys are different, and
I'm
but
glad
you
it's
guys
not something we have to fight over.
Yeah,
Very
it's
glad.
amazing. So we didn't tell the audience how many kids you have and what.
So we have 2 children. We have a 4-year-old and we have a 5-month-old.
Yeah, so she's a full-on, I call her soccer mom now.
Yeah, we had soccer this morning.
Do you have a minivan?
No,
It's
never,
a,
never. I have
SUV
an
though.
SUV.
Okay,
Not a
okay.
minivan.
No minivan.
Although, it's funny, in my mom group, I say this all the time, I feel like everything that I say starts with, in my mom group, I see women all the time saying that they could never be a minivan mom.
Oh.
And then you see all the other moms that'll be like, I said the same thing. But once you get that sliding door and that trunk that opens with a button, game changer. It's like, and they're like, I love my minivan. Yes.
What's wrong with the minivan? It's just
Girl,
different.
it's not cute.
Yeah.
It's not cute. But everyone swears by them. Like once they actually cross over, they're like, they're amazing. You have to get one. You know. So I'm just not there yet.
Okay, not yet.
I'm not there yet.
So where do you see your future?
Oh, jeez. You know.
Or where do you want it? What do you want it to look like?
I just want to maintain happiness in my
Yes.
household. I want to make sure that we are raising some good humans. There's this balance, I feel like, of raising like good people and then raising like the next freaking genius. Because everyone's like, well, what schools are you guys going to? Oh, the test scores here,
Man,
you know.
I forgot about that part.
The ranking of this school there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my child to get good grades and have like some good teachers, and you can't always predict that based on like some random website that is supposed to rate schools, give them some ambiguous number that I don't even know how they come up with the formula, but whatever. And a lot of it is other people's, like a lot of the rankings are based on other people's opinions, meaning like, oh, there's one teacher that they didn't like for whatever reason. Could be some reason that's not of importance to you, but then that all of a sudden made that school go from like what could have been a 10 down to a 5. It's silliness. So I mean, yes, academics are important. I want my kids to grow up and go to college and have all the opportunities that they possibly can have. I don't care what they do. They could be doctors, they could be musicians, they could be whatever they want to be. I just want them to be good people and to realize that they had parents who tried really hard to raise them into being good people and to make the world like a great place to live. Nothing saddens me more than seeing kids being bullied and knowing that they are that way because their parents are bullies. Like that is just a crazy phenomenon right there. So I'm trying to raise some good humans.
Yeah.
And my future is just we'll have material successes along the way. You know, I work. My husband works. We have like a great deal of like integrity about what we do, you know, so there'll be some advancements and, you know, benefits to that along the way, but that's not my priority. I work just to be able to afford to live, you know, but really my biggest success is having kids. My biggest goal is just to raise good adults.
Yes.
So,
I love that.
God willing.
And do you want to like travel and stuff with your family?
Yeah, we haven't done any international trips with them, but we've taken several flights, trips to, like I said, nowhere like Caribbean or tropical yet, but you know, they've been to Colorado and seen the snow and
they've seen more than some adults.
Yeah,
so.
This is true. I know some people who've lived in California all their life have never seen snow or been in snow. So yeah, they've been in snow. They've been to Boston, been to Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, Texas.
Okay.
So we've been a lot of states. I'd love to do that. It's like, you know, I'm really into the states, like the map of the U.S. right now.
Yes.
So pointing out all the states and things like that. So I'd love to make it to all of them at some point. Even
Very
if we
cool.
just spend a day in North Dakota. That's all I
Yes.
need.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Well, thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you for having
Thanks for being a
me.
great friend, of course, and
Of course.
coming and doing this. You've
Likewise.
actually opened my mind a lot, so I know that the
Good.
viewers are going to be more open and like somebody's going to be inspired and be able to relate to you. So I really appreciate
Glad
that.
to hear that.
Do you have any closing words for the viewers?
I feel like I've said it all,
I
but
do too.
I'll try to sum it up. Just keep hope alive, people.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
For real. Mhm.
Keep your head up. You know, be happy with yourself. It sounds cliche. You gotta love yourself.
That's true.
No one else is going to like bring that to you. You have to be happy with yourself. Love yourself, knowing that it could just be you for the rest of your life, which is nothing wrong with that. I do think, you know, having friendships are important too. So, you know, be an authentic person so that you can have some of those close, strong girlfriend relationships, or even if your close friend is a guy, whatever. You don't need a million friends. I'm fortunate to have a lot of good friends, but you don't need a million friends. You just need a couple good ones, you know, that are gonna be there for you. You could be there for them. And that'll be genuinely happy for you when things happen, when good things happen. They're not going to be secretly hating on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's most important. And, you know, if you do find that person, treat them good. Let them know that you appreciate them. That's a big thing. You might think that that's implied, but it's not. Just, you know, simple thank yous go
Yes.
a long way.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's about it. You know, I appreciate you, Pysa. I feel like you've given me lots of accolades, but I admire you for doing what you're doing and,
Thank
you know, maybe coming out to LA for one reason and then changing course and realizing that that was okay too, you know,
Yeah.
to really do what you wanted to do and make yourself happy. So that is amazing to see and inspiring to see. So
Thank you. And you support me no matter what. When I was trying to dance, she supported me,
Yeah.
and doing this and doing my project, she's always there. So find you somebody like Leah.
And find you somebody like Pysa who is just goofy and you can laugh with and at sometimes, but she knows I love her even if I'm laughing at her.
I know. Well, I always do this corny thing where we say like a one-liner at the end at the count of three. So
Wait. Go ahead.
But I think I found the one that I want to use for you, and that is you said you do deserve the best. You deserve the best.
Oh, you deserve the best.
That
Yes.
was one that stuck out. So on the count of three, we're gonna say that to the viewers.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah, you know I'd be so corny. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
You deserve the best.
All right. Oh, now fake audio. Wouldn't be me without being corny. So, all right. Thank you guys for joining us, and have a good one. Thank you, Leah.
Bye.